guys, after this we will cast 2 best of 3s of the round of 8, and then tomorrow Mr. Froden and Mr. Gretorp will wrap up this qualifier, and we will find out who's gonna make it to NASL Season 4 and win 750 bucks, and of course who wins 250 bucks as well for his efforts in this qualifier, and hopefully tries to qualify next week as well. And Ben, I wish we could talk more about the other things that we have in pack for Season 4, because it's not just these qualifiers, there is something else which we can't completely reveal yet. But if we look at the players that we have in Season 4, doesn't make you...
I had no idea what you were talking about until you said this. Yeah, you're exactly right, man. We've got some really fun things that we're going to be announcing over the next few days. And I just want everybody to really understand just how worth it the NASL HD Pass is going to be. You're going to have 9 weeks of...
If you guys thought NASL Season 3 was good.
Man, we're talking about 9 weeks of the highest quality games from the highest quality players imaginable. This is going to be an incredible season. You guys will not be disappointed. Please go head over to NASL.tv right now for all the information on how you can get your HD Pass. It's on sale for $15.99. It's early access to VODs. It's 1080p. Of course, right now you're watching in free 1080p. If you didn't know it's free 1080p right now, change the resolution so you can see how damn good it looks. In Season 4, it will not be free 1080p. It'll still look awesome at whatever resolution you do get.
You should still watch.
But you should still check out the 1080p. And lots more, man. Exclusive content, exclusive chat thingies. It's going to be neat. And you guys are going to want to you're going to want to take part, I promise.
Exact same openings, man. 14 pool and 16 hatch on both sides. I cannot wait for Season 4. The qualifiers casting is a lot of fun, and seeing new guys coming up is a lot of fun. And I do hope that, I mean, Bisha was quite a surprise making the qualifier. I would love to see one of the North American players make it through the qualifier as well. Of course, you can also say you can never have enough Koreans, since Koreans are still the creme de la creme of the StarCraft II scene. I just want to see how those Division 4 divisions are going to look.
Man, dude.
Season 4 divisions. Obviously.
It is going to be so stacked.
It's going to be sick. You know, last season we had a lot of great players, we had a lot of great games, but often there was always just like one game of the play day. Man, this is without a doubt one of the best games. This is without a doubt the best game of this play day, or even the best best matchup of this week. It's going to be impossible to say this in Season 4, since our lineup is going to be so sick. We're going to have so many games of the week.
You're right. You're right. Every game is going to be a game of the week. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for Season 4.
That's slightly
and beyond that, Kevin, like just looking forward, because Season 4 is going to be great. Season 5 is going to be great. Yeah. I mean, you guys, honestly, we're 2 seasons away from having the highest level competition in the world.
If it just keeps going like this, I mean, it takes a little while. They could have, of course, just randomly keep inviting players and randomly just dropping out players and trying to put the 50 best players in a league, or you actually make it a legitimate league where people drop out, new people qualify, and then it might take 3, 4, 5 seasons before you have that ultimate player lineup. But once it's there, nobody can argue about it. You're
right, man. You are so right. So guys, keep your eyes peeled for all the announcements about these kind of cryptic references we're making. It's going to be really cool. To the game at hand, we've got Coca spawning top left, as you've already pointed out, Kev, and Mafia down in the bottom right. And once more, it looks very, very similar to what we saw in Entomb Valley.
I like this by Mafia, that is injects line up, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to keep those perfect injects. You can see how low his queens are on energy. Other than that, man, it's still indeed a very even game. We do have the Baning Nest going up already for Coca, and it's a little bit later for Mafia, but he is getting it, and he's also really not trying to hide it.
Why does he have so many more workers? What did Coca do differently?
Coca just made
8 workers behind.
Just made a couple of links, and a couple of drones are on the way, and perhaps hit a small supply block down the road. And the injects of Mafia have been like absolutely super. Well, the same can be said for Coca. His queens are super low on energy as well.
Yeah, but he's right now missing and injecting his main. There it goes. Anyway, I love this kind of pseudo-aggression we get out of Mafia and out of Targa. I would wager that it's the exact same build that Targa uses.
And these 2 Banings are early to the party, as Mafia doesn't have any Banings yet, but... Well, that was good. 4 or 5 drones. He's going to get the links up in the main base as well, so he will be able to spot what's going on. He will spot both extractors and see the evolution chamber and the roach warren already. So Mafia, despite getting a Baneling nest ban, he never made a single Baneling before he already got the Roach one.
He's skipping that whole portion of the game. That's one of the reasons why that last attack was a little bit successful. And if we look at the income tab, we can see that Coca has closed the worker gap. No longer is it 8, it's only 4.
And he's actually going to take a lead soon as he has a couple of drones in production.
Yep. Layer on the way for Mafia. Potentially we could be looking at a +1 Roach timing.
I kind of wonder what Coca's going to do, as Coca knows exactly what's going on. He spotted everything. His layer is a little bit quicker than the one of Mafia, but that's about it. Mafia is already getting +1 Roaches, Ben, as the first Evolution Chamber is just now on the way for Coca, so if that would be the case, it's going to be a little bit later for him, but we see Coca right now, Mafia, dropping that third base. As he's running by with a couple of links, will get a great scout off. He is dropping that third base, Ben, so I don't think that he really wants to overly commit to a +1 Roach timing.
Be aggression at all, and in fact it's Coca who starts making Roaches first. He's got 9 Roaches on the way. And Roach speed.
12 Roaches on the way right now, so both players...
Look how even it is, 12 Roaches, 12 Roaches.
Both these guys are playing so extremely similar, it's almost crazy.
It is crazy.
They have both excellent map vision as well with our overlords, you can see in the minimap.
Might even call it cray, Kev.
Coca's one is a little bit better, as Coca really almost sees everything. This third base is going to be a little bit later. Overseer morphing right now. Wants to get a great scout off, wants to see if he has to worry about the infestors, if there are a lot of drones, or if the Roaches already out.
It's kind of an old school ZVZ we're seeing.
And they're doing exactly everything the same. Overseer at the bottom, Overseer at the top. Both players making Roaches. +1 is a little bit ahead for Mafia.
One of the real differences is that Mafia's been working on 3 gas this whole time, which tells us that he can't afford to tech past these Roaches. Whereas Coca, he has been mining on 4 gases. He is going to have a small build-up that he could turn into infestor tech pretty easily. And I'm really curious about this. +1's done, Roach speed's done, no burrow being researched. What are you doing here, Mafia? I guess he just wants to safely get up to 3 base.
Yeah, he's getting +2 immediately, as he has +1 right now, and he's a little bit ahead.
There's that faster infestor tech for Coca that we were talking about.
And do you think Mafia is going to try to make something happen without the infestors?
Looks like it. Moving out. He's going to go with Roach speed. And what does the army supplies tell us? It tells us that actually Coca has the bigger force, so...
And certainly by the time that all these Roaches make it across the map. Coca right now has 10 Roaches in production. He's actually setting up a small flank because he saw those Roaches leaving. So he's going to bring in Roaches from the back as well.
That bad for Coca because he's got quite a substantial disadvantage. And now he's going to just come back. I see what's going on here. It was not a counter. It was a flank. That's exactly what you said, Kevin. And that makes it quite good for Coca, and Mafia will get the hell out of here.
Right now, Coca actually has a 10 Roach lead. It's going to be 12 Roaches right now. Great sandwich right there by Coca. So smart. Sees the Roaches making their way across the map. Immediately pulls 5-6 Roaches over here. It is a little bit risky because imagine if there would have been Overlord there and Mafia would have run there immediately.
Yeah. Reinforcements should stream out for Mafia, though, and it's going to be a close fight, but this should ultimately be a bit of a wash. It's pretty much even numbers on both sides. 10 Roaches in production for Mafia. Notice how he's hitting these injections in the midst of these fights.
Still looks kind of good for Coca.
Even. It's 21 Roaches for Coach, 13 for Mafia, but the shorter reinforced distance should mean that Mafia holds. 8 more Roaches about to pop out.
Mafia's losing a lot of Roaches
I'm really
here,
impressed
man.
that this is going this well for Coca. I thought surely Mafia's going to be fine. Spinecrawler finally does root, but it looks like Mafia might be getting run over here. Coca, with a supply lead of only 11, just has more Roaches than the Australian can deal with. Oh no.
Queen falls as well for Mafia. A couple of Roaches still streaming in, but now the reinforcements from Coca are starting to stream in as well, and the Zerg from Team Slayers just looks very, very good in his EVZs.
You're absolutely right. He has an incredibly crisp ZVZ, and now there's not really any hope of stabilization for Mafia because there's 22 Roaches out against just 5.
Right.
Coca's got this game in the bag.
One hits all these Roaches, 1 Roach down. Oh, actually, lost a little bit of DPS, but then immediately only focuses it with 1 Roach and uses all the other DPS to focus the full HP Roach. Great play over here by Coca, and Coca will advance, man, to the round of 8, and I'm so curious to see who is going to play in that round.
Very, very interesting stuff. So, beautiful, beautiful play from Coca. Mafia showed us a pretty nice ZVZ series as well. Played very evenly with Coca, but ultimately was just a little bit worse. And it's Coca who does advance. GG well played comes out from the Aussie.
Must be so frustrating to play ZVZs against a player like Coca, because the game is so extremely even. Mafia does everything right for such a long amount of time. They do pretty much everything the same. As crazy it is, within 5 seconds they both make the same upgrade. They both morph an overseer, flies over each other's base. Everything is the same. Then one moment you attack, your other player has slightly better position because he sets up well, it's not a concave, but he set up like a sandwich.
It was just a flank. It was just a really nice flank. Kevin, you know, we say this a lot, and oftentimes we say it jokingly, but it's really often true. In ZVZ, the player who attacks first usually loses because of how pronounced defender's advantage is in the matchup. And we saw that twice with Mafia, just getting a little bit overeager with his attacking. They were so even. He didn't have to attack. He pushed it. It didn't quite work out because of the reasons you already outlined. Coca played great, but man, I don't think Mafia played. I don't think he played worse. I just think he just made minor judgment mistakes.
Small mistakes, Ben. Cut you the game. We're gonna be right. We're gonna take over. We're gonna head over to a small commercial break, and then we'll be right back with more StarCraft II, actually from the round of 8. But I have no idea. I have no idea what it is, so I'm just gonna leave it over here. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.